Hello, thank you for joining me again. Welcome to my lab. So I have a pre-recorded video of playing Vectron, and anyway, yeah, I wasn't going to try to play this live, but anyway, before we get into the actual gameplay, I wanted to go over how to play the game because a lot of people don't know how to play Vectron. It's a very abstract game, but before I can really explain the rules, I have to describe a little bit of the background of why Mattel Electronics developed Vectron in the first place. So, in the beginning, when they first released the Intellivision, they categorized their launch games into various genres, which they called networks. Again, this was 1978, 79. Terminology wasn't standardized yet industry-wide, so networks. So each network had a different color flash. So for one thing, you had Orange was their learning network, their educational games. They had Red for Action Network. They had Purple for the Strategy Network. They had Blue for Sports Network. And then finally they had Green for what was called the Gaming Network. And that had to do with games that involved simulated money wagers. So then, coming in 1981, competition with Atari started heating up, and they both were trying to compete to see who could have the best space games. So Mattel created a new network called the Space Network, and that had a color flash of navy blue. Then, going to be about 1982, and what's happening now is Atari was getting all the arcade licenses. So a lot of people are flocking to Atari because they wanted, say Pac-Man or whatever, Defender, Berserk. Mattel wasn't getting any arcade licenses at the time, so they decided on a reverse strategy. They created a new network, and it was called the Arcade Network, and that color flash was burgundy. And the whole idea was they were going to create brand new games for the Intellivision, which then would be ported to the arcade later on. So Vectron was born out of this idea. Well then, as Vectron gets developed, Mattel finally landed a deal with Data East. So they released Burger Time, and then, of course, a few other games, Mission X, Bump and Jump. Well, Locomotion was Konami, but that was another arcade license they had. And anyway, one other, I'm just not remembering at the moment, that's fine. Anyhow, so, Mission X, that's what it was. So, Vectron ended up being the only game that was part of this arcade network. Plus, about this time, Mattel finally dropped the whole networks idea. I decided it was a little bit too lopsided because they had way too many action games and only 2 learning games. So finally, that's the introduction now. Now I'll get into how to play Vectron, for those of you who don't know, because I think that's going to do you some good before I show the gameplay video. So, the game you play by controlling 2 objects at the same time. The first one is what's called the V-gun. Now the V-gun just sits there happily at the top of the screen right in the middle. And you use it to fire what are called energy blasts. And you can either fire straight down, or you can fire at one of 3 angles in either direction. So you got a total of 7 directions that you can fire energy blasts in. The second object that you control is called an energy block. Now the energy block, when you shoot it with an energy blast, it converts that energy blast into 4 base sections. You can move the energy block back and forth across a linear track. Starting from its starting position in the middle, it can move to any of 4 positions on either side, left or right. So you have a total of 9 positions. The object of each level is to build a base. And the way you build that base is you put base sections in all 9 positions. And when you do that, then you finish building the base. There you see like this big fanfare, you get a bunch of bonus points, and then you move on to the next level. So what's the challenge? Well, you have an energy meter at the top of the screen. If that meter goes to 0, the energy block will become vaporized. Another way your energy meter can become, or your energy block can become vaporized, is if certain enemies run into it, as you'll see later. Now, you start the game with 2 energy blocks on reserve, in addition to the one you already have, so 3 total. When you run out of energy blocks, game's over. Simple as that. Now, to help you, you'll have what are called E-packs, and they fly by from time to time. So there are these orange things flying by from left, they drift from left to right. When you shoot it with your energy blast, it releases the energy inside. You catch that energy with your energy block, and then that will refill your energy meter. And you'll see the energy sort of floating around inside your block. The energy block is said to be reinforced, or basically indestructible for a period of time. Now, for the enemies. In the instruction manual, they're collectively called nasties. Now, every 3 levels, you're going to have a different set of nasties you're going to be dealing with. There are 3 things that nasties do to stop you. Now, first of all, they'll pass over your base sections that you've already built, and they'll just destroy them. So you're going to find yourself spending a lot of time rebuilding your base in areas that you already built it. The second thing is some enemies, some nasties, can drain your energy meter when they touch your energy block. Other ones will simply vaporize your energy block right on contact. The third thing, and that's why it's so important to reinforce your energy block with the energy from the falling E-packs. The third thing that nasties can do is they can pollute those E-packs. Now, when you see an E-pack, it'll be orange initially. If a nasty touches it for too long, it'll turn tan, so it's become partially polluted. Partially polluted energy will only partially refill your energy meter, and it does not reinforce your energy block. If the energy becomes fully polluted, it turns brown and it's useless, as you'll see. Now, finally, before we begin, I'll explain what nasties we're going to see on the first level. So the first nasty you'll see here is the G-sphere. By itself, it does nothing, except it gets in the way of your energy blasts. The other nasties you'll see here are a pair of what are called hungries. They'll tear down your unfinished base by destroying the base sections, and they can pollute the E-packs. As long as they're red, they're harmless to your energy block. If you hit it with your energy block, you'll just smash them, and they'll kind of drift away and then sort of reform themselves and then come back into play. Over time, the G-sphere will change color from red to yellow. If the G-sphere turns yellow, the hungries will turn yellow soon after. Now, yellow hungries will vaporize your energy block on contact. What you can do is keep shooting the G-sphere, which will either keep it red or change it back to red if it turned yellow. Now, you can also stop the hungries by shooting them with an energy blast, and that destroys them, and then another one gets respawned. So that's it for the instructions. Now, are you confused? Don't sweat it. Now that I've explained all this to you, watching the gameplay video should start to make a little bit of sense to you. So, let's get to the game. All right, so what I did today is I decided to come out to a public location to demonstrate that my portable Intellivision development environment is indeed portable, because it's all running on my tablet. And so what I did is my wife and I are out at a cat cafe. So I've got a couple of very lovable kitties here while I demonstrate my, and again, I pre-recorded playing Vectron because you certainly don't want to hear me invoking the wrath of God on the developers the whole time, because those of you who ever played Vectron know just how evil that game is. All right, so let's just get started here. Sorry about the camera angle. I know it'd be nice if you could actually see the kitties, but you probably will at some point here. Here we go. Okay, one player. So here we are. So I'm building the base here for level 1, and there's that E-Pack I just shot. And you see I'm shooting my energy block with energy blasts to build the base sections, and almost finished, but those hungries, and I'm shooting that G-sphere right now to keep it red. Shoot another E-Pack. Again, keep my energy full. You see the energy meter up at the top. There we go, and that's it for level 1. Here's what I call our rainbow fanfare. We'll just move over to the side a little bit here. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Okay. Yep. Here we go. Level 2. Yep. Now as you see, the shape of the base has changed because it's. You can put it underneath each other. Thank you, dear. Thank you. Okay. So sorry about the little distraction here. Anyway, that's it for level 2. That was nice and quick. Yeah, as you can see, the shape of the base changes each level. So either way, the energy block still moves back and forth linearly. Here comes level 3.
Oh, you must be the mama.
Yes. Oh. Yep. And again, you see the orange inside of my energy block. That's the reinforcement, which keeps me invincible. And yep, notice the G-sphere had just turned yellow right there at the end. So I would have had to stop everything and make sure I shot it so the hungries didn't turn yellow, because remember, yellow hungries are deadly, and so are these guys. Yellow splits. And you see the E-Pack turning brown because it got fully polluted by the nasties. And you can't do anything with brown energy. Anyway, so I finished this level off quickly. Every 3 levels you get new nasties. So the thing about the splits is they come out, they're yellow already. Bonus energy block for completing level 4. Yeah. Remember, yellow nasties will vaporize your energy block on contact. So that's bad mojo. I was able to ram it just now because I had the reinforcement still active. Oh, okay, that energy is 10. It's only partially polluted. I'm not reinforced, but I still gain back some energy. So that was that. This is still hot. So yeah, where I'm at right now, this is particularly Buckminster's Cat Cafe. Oh yeah. Play with the kitties, by all means. That's why we're here. Well, so we got that. See, that one got me. That was a fatal mistake. I should have shot it rather than try to run away from it. I have my reinforcement now, but I did gain an extra energy block. So, yep. Okay, that's it for level 6, and that's it for the splits. Because now that we completed levels 4, 5, 6, now we're going to be moving on to a new enemy type. Yeah, this is still hot. Want to wave hi to the camera, dear? And these are called the Diamondbacks. Now, instead of vaporizing you on contact, they merely drain your energy. Except, of course, I'm reinforced at the moment. So what's so annoying about these guys? Well, because there's 4 of them, so strength in numbers. as opposed to only 2 splits, 2 hungries. Speaking of hungry, let's stop and eat for a sec. Actually, no, let me point out something just before I take a bite here.
Here you go. Kisses.
The Easter egg message. This whole time I was doing all the right things to activate it. Alright. So 2 of the kitties here in particular are very friendly. I think because they came in and did their little sniff interrogation and discovered that my whole entire portable lab smells like my cat. Anyhow, again, this was pre-recorded, but the gameplay, that is. And you see that E-Pack got fully polluted, so I'm not even paying any attention to it. And that's going to be a problem because you see my energy meter is getting low. Should be. And so I just lost an energy block because I ran out of energy. That's why you don't want those E-Packs getting polluted. Yeah. 4 of these silly diamondbacks all tearing away at your base, and that's what makes these levels quite difficult. And they're aggressive, as you can see. So what I'm having here at the Cat Cafe is hummus and sourdough bread. Sorry, that was very indiscreet. Hey, kitty.
Oh, I got Charles Brown tea.
Mm-hmm.
What kind of bread is it?
I'm sorry?
Oh, sourdough. I can't stand
Yeah, this is sourdough.
because
Oh, I love sourdough. Oh, lost another life. Again, I'm down to my last energy block. But I activated the Easter egg, which was my goal.
I'm sorry, because sourdough tastes too much like spoiled bread. Like that.
No, I know it has that sort of mildly fermented taste. Hey, kitty, kitty, kitty. I can't pick you up, but if you want to get in the camera, you can hop up on my lap.
We love kitties.
Mm-hmm. Yes, they can tell. They can smell our kitty on us. They know we're good to kitties. Alright. Let me see if we can take a bite of this without looking like a pig.
Sorry, you just scared the hell out of me, buddy.
I know, he got you with his claws, didn't he?
You just scared the hell out of me.
I know.
You're a sweet kitty, though. Yeah.
Nope.
Would you like to try this slap? There, one slap's a little better.
Oh, here we go. Okay, now you can see one of the kitties here. And yeah, this one is very friendly. And this one's just purring away and yep, nuzzling. Oh yes, yes. Mm-hmm. You're just like my kitty back at home. You know what's gonna happen. My cat is gonna watch this video and it's gonna get all jealous. Mm-hmm. Oh, look at that. Oh. Yeah, so here I am still on level 8. This is an endurance test for sure. Good chance to, stop and enjoy the Cat Cafe on that.
Oh, this ear. Is it okay?
It's fine. sometimes a cat's ear will get sort of like bent back.
I was worried about that. I didn't want it to fall off or something. Aww, he's kissing you.
Yeah,
Checking out
the looks.
your equipment.
Oh, yes. No, I don't mind. Oh, finally completed level 8. Alright. I finally completed level 8. I was going to say congratulations. Oh, was that what the kiss was for? Was that a kiss or good luck? Oh, double point values now after level 8. Oh, forgot to turn off freestyle mode. Anyway, that's my secret to completing levels quickly in most cases is you want to be judicious about your use of freestyle. See, when I explained the game rules, what I didn't describe was control scheme. See, when you use the disc to fire the energy blast from your V-gun, and you use the bottom action keys to move the energy block left and right. The top action keys toggle what's called freestyle. And what freestyle does, when you turn it on, then you can just move anywhere across the track. Which is good when you're trying to, say, escape from the nasties or when you're trying to catch energy, like right now. However, all other times I turn freestyle off so I can quickly build the base. Now what happens is when freestyle's off, the energy block won't move until after you shoot it. So that way it just kind of snaps into position where necessary. And that's very wise for building the base quick, as you see me doing. And as you can see, yeah, well, you already know. I was on level 8 for a long time. Because those darn, oh boy. Alright, so we got partially polluted energy here, which means I'm not reinforced. Which means I gotta watch out for these guys. And it seems, oh good. Help is on the way. Take advantage of the opportunity and zap these guys before the reinforcement wears off, and then get back to work rebuilding the base over and over and over. This game is an exercise in frustration. Again, I told you there was no way I was going to play this game live. Kitty here, settle down. There's another one that's pretty friendly, is running around a bit. And look at that, those enemies finally stopped spawning, and that's what I was waiting for. So, that's it for those Diamondbacks. Next is level 10, we have a new enemy type. Thank you, dear, thank you. Another extra life. Now these nasties are called the blue meanies.
I never noticed his hair all over his face like that.
And I lost another life. So what just happened? Well, the blue meanies combine the worst
You're a pretty kitty.
of the Diamondbacks and the Splits. There's 4 of them, same as with the Diamondbacks, but also they will vaporize your energy block on contact if 2 of them are touching you at the same time. Well, with there being 4 of them and they travel in groups, that's usually a problem. And they make an interesting tinkling noise. That's nice. But guess what? Game over. So there you have it. So, yeah. I made it farther than I expected. Well, no. See, I'm kind of happy, though, because first of all, this is my personal best. See, the score is not what I'm interested in so much as what level I make it to. But the back of the box did, in fact, say, we dare you to make it past level 10. Well, I made it to level 11 first time without using a hacked ROM, so Yeah, yay me. So to that degree, I'm happy. You didn't get to see at level 13 come what are called the sweeps, and they're just like the Diamondbacks, except they're twice as big, and they get in formation and they just sweep and wipe out your whole base in one shot. Then at level 16 are what's called the Prism, and the Prism, you have to shoot it 3 times to destroy it, and when your energy block is reinforced, you don't smash it. So what happens is now the Prism will just home in on your energy block, and as it turns out, they never stop respawning, which means you can't complete level 16. It's impossible. I've never seen anybody without using a hacked ROM or disabling, say, sprite to foreground collision detection get past level 16. But anyhow, I know Papa Pete had done a video using my hacked ROM to demonstrate all 99 levels. I have a video saved where I did just that also, but anyway, so before I go, we'll just say hi to the cats. But yeah, here we are again. We're at a cat cafe here, and this one here, as you can see, that was the one that was up on my lap. This one here are the tiger stripes, and oh, yeah, we got another one that's playing right now. But yeah, thank you for joining me again, and I'll see you again in another video.